So yesterday we discussed on arrays, its advantages and disadvantages. Then we discussed about the single dimensional array, and we are in multi-dimensional array. So yesterday we declared a multi-dimensional array with the array name with a variable name of ARR and having square brackets twice. And with this, we are declaring it as a multi-dimensional array. So 3 by 3 elements. So 3 elements in the first block, 3 in the second block, and 3 in the third block. And we use two iterators to iterate over one block of elements and the other one to iterate over the blocks of elements. And we are then just printing it. So this is where we stop. Unresolved compilation. Okay. So and yesterday you were asking about the jagged array. So let's discuss in depth here. So we know that jagged array is an array. I think we have also a slide for it. A jagged array is an array of arrays such that the member arrays can be of different sizes. That means we can create a 2D array, but with a variable number of columns. So these types of arrays are called as jagged arrays. So we are creating an array of 2 dimensions, which consists of rows and it consists of columns. Now, if we take a look at this declaration, int array equal to new int 3 and blank. That means I'm declaring an array with 3 rows and some number of columns. We don't know the columns. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Now to pass data to this column, I'm declaring three more arrays. That means like array of 0 equal to 3, array of 1 equal to 4, and array of 2 equal to 2. Meaning my array of 0 will have columns with size 3. My array of 1 is an array with column size as 4. My array of 2 will have a column size of 2. Row size is 3 fixed. Column size is varying here 3, 4, and 2. So what we do, we only declared it because we didn't assign any values to this. So we are doing only declaration here. That's why the comment is declaring a 2D array with odd columns. Next, we initialize the array. Initializing means adding some value to that array. So let me take a counter variable here for int I equal to 0 because my array index will start from 0. I less than array dot length. What is this ARR array? That is this one. I'm taking this length. So this would be 3. And for int j equal to array of I. Array of I means if you see the 3 arrays, the 3 column arrays, it is 0, 1, and 2. My index is starting from 0. So the first element is 0. Next it is 1. Next it is 2. And it'll stop at 2 because my row limit is only 3. I set the row limit as 3. So hence I'm taking j less than array of I dot length. And simply I'll assign all the values here. Array of I comma j equal to con plus plus. I'll tell you if I just execute the program 0, 1, 2. So you see here 1, 2, and 3. 3 rows as we have fixed it here. And first column is 3. So I have 0, 3, 7 as my first column. The second column is 4. So I have, sorry. 0, 1, 2 is the first one. 3, 4, 5, and 6. You have 4 columns here, and next is 2, 7, and 8. So let me just put one debugger point here. So my very first value is 0 and 0. My count value is 0. Now array of 0, 1 is 1. So it now array of 0, 2 is 2. This way I'm just populating my array. Okay, instead of me passing simple values, I'm just populating my array. Now if I take my array, I have populated the values with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now if I want to print all this data, again follow the same approach here, whatever we have followed. Take the first iterator I equal to 0, starting from 0 to iterate over the length. And similarly j, since we know j value, since we already defined j as a fixed value, we take it as j array dot length. But here we have different values for different arrays. I'm passing the I parameter here. So array of I. So this would be array of 0. Array of 0 length is 3. If I calculate this value, Control Shift I is the command. If you want output for a single line, simply select whatever line you want and just put type Control Shift I. You'll get the output there. So array of I dot length. I value is 0. If you just type Control Shift I, you'll get 3. Let's take a look at the second iteration. Now if you see 3, that means we are still printing the first array. That's 6. Come on. Now it came out. I'm again going in. Now if you see array I dot length value, Control Shift I, the value is set to 4 because my I value is 1. So array of 1 is length set to 4. So first I'm printing row by row. So again use F6, print this 4 times. Now it will come out of the loop. My I counter will be incremented to 1 again with 1. And if I check this size, Control Shift I, array length is 2. That means my I value is 2. So it picked up this array as the third column. So array of 2, 0. Array of 2, 0. You'll get the value as 7. Next value is 8. And since my length exceeded, my program will terminate now. That's how you you declare, initialize, and use a jagged array. Any doubts still here? No. Any doubts? Or can I move forward?
No.
No. Okay.
Array of 0, array of 0,
Mhm.
array of 1, array of 2, it means, so there is a indexes, right? In array, index starts from 0. Am I right?
Right.
So you're assigning a number of columns to the respective index. It means, right? It's a new int of 3, new int of 4 means.
Yeah.
So how come if I don't know the Java, how come I know? How come I recognize that those are columnar data instead of row? There is a chance that I can feel those comes under row data as well, right? Because only you mentioned 3 instead of 3 comma 4. In this case, can I mention in space so that the next one comes under column?
Um,
I mean,
I got a question. Take a look at this.
yeah.
Jagged array is an array where you can create a 2D array with a variable number of columns in each row. You're only creating a variable number of columns in a row, but you're not creating variable rows.
Okay. That is the concept behind jagged array, right?
That is the concept behind jagged arrays, correct?
Okay, got it.
Got it? Cool. So, like the use of them, like if you want to make use of these jagged arrays, I gave a small example here. That is a matrix multiplication addition. Into that. So if you see here, I have this is a 2 by 3 array, correct? 2 blocks of code with three rows.
Yeah.
Similarly, I have one more matrix, 2 by 3. Okay. Now I'm I want to add. You know the matrix multiplication, right? Just a
Yeah.
minute. So yeah, let me take 1, 2, 3, and 3, 4, 4, 5. I have one more matrix called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you want to add them, the addition would be the first one with the first one, that is 2, 2 with 2, 4, 3 plus 3, 6. Similarly, this would be 3 plus 4, 7, 4 plus 5, 9, 5 plus 6, 9. Okay, so this is a matrix addition. Now, similarly, if you want to do your additions within your within our matrices, now I have 2 matrices here, and I'm going to store the result in the third matrix. That's why I'm initializing one more array here. Int c equal to new int 2 and 3. 2 rows, 3 columns. This is the meaning. Okay, 2 rows and 3 columns. Now, if you want to add them, again use an iterator. For int I equal to 0, I less than 2, and for int I equal to 0, j less than 3. Why am I defining directly the sizes? Because I already know them, 2 and 3. That's why I'm directly using the 2 and 3 values. Else you can simply use a dot size and b dot size. Anything will work fine. Sorry, a dot length and b dot length. So c of I comma j equal to a of ij plus b of ij. So now I and j both are, so a of I and b of j plus a of I and b of j. So a of I a of 0 comma 0, that is 1, and b of 0 comma 0, that is 1. It is 2. 1 plus 1 is 2 here. Now if you see here, we are getting a result of 0 comma 1 and 0 comma 1. That means the second element, 3 plus 3, 6. Similarly, 4 and 4, 8. Now I came out of the loop. That means my first row is completed. Now again I'll go to the second row. So now I value will be incremented from 0 to 1. So if you see the I value here, it is 1, and j value will still remain 0. That means I'm here. Sorry, I'm here. Now 3 plus 3, it will give me an output of 6. 4 plus 4 is 8. 5 plus 5 is 10. Now, since I exceeded, now my j value is 2. And I value is also changing to 3. It exits the loop. That's it. A simple use case of a jagged arrays to perform matrix multiplications and additions. You understand this concept?
Can you explain me a real-time concept? Like, where can we use Jagged arrays in a real-time application? In which scenario?
Real-time
I
application.
mean,
Mhm.
yeah, in ATM application, there is some possibilities, right? In transaction-wise,
Okay.
or else in calculating the credit report. Is there any specific example?
No, for them you don't have. Like you can use them in gaming applications. So your gaming application will
Gaming.
always be in a form of your, let's say take this as a plane. Okay.
Okay.
Let's say if you're playing Tetris game, or you're playing some Minesweeper game, each and every coordinate will be your a player of action, right? Like if you want to play something, you need to know where you are point, where exactly your what you call your target is. If you take a snake game,
Mm-hmm.
you must know where the snake is starting and where the snake is ending, and you should know where exactly you are having the food, the which the snake can eat.
Okay.
So you can take it as in you have many applications. Like in real time, we'll be mostly relying on your collection framework itself. If you're developing web applications, but in a real time, if you want a good example, that is, you can use a gaming example.
Okay.
Playing games and
So
Mhm.
uh, I can say like where exactly the snake died, where exactly snake caught by something. So
Mhm.
we can figure out by using jagged arrays, right?
Uh, the Yeah, okay, yeah, that can be right. Yes, that's possible. What I'm
Like
saying is,
something in which zone, in which level snake died or snake caught by something else. So
mhm.
we can figure out it, right? So
Yes,
there is a certain levels in a game. So if a snake caught in second level two, I can say like in column two in row one, like I can say, right?
yes, we can. So
Okay.
there could be multiple implementation for that functionality.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning,
Got it.
let's say, like one piece of task can be done in multiple ways. So you can make use of
Yeah.
Jaggeries, you can make use of any other functionality, whichever is suiting the solution. Sorry, I
Okay.
could
Got it.
hear some. You got right?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can go ahead.
sure. Thank you. Now, so we discussed about one-dimensional and multi-dimensional arrays. Now we are going to discuss on strings. So, what is a string? String is an object that stores a sequence of char values. Char values. So Java string is coming from the java.lang.string package, and this class will be used to perform all the operations on the strings. So whatever you define and whatever operations you want to do on the string, you can make use of this string class. So this class will implement serializable, comparable, and char sequence interfaces. Meaning, mm, so if you open whenever if you write string name here, string name equal to something, and if you hover on the keyword called string, this is a class. Java.lang.string is a package. If you hold control on this, it will take you to the class. So this string class will implement serializable, comparable char sequence. So that is what we are defining it here. This will implement serializable, comparable char sequence interface. So The char sequence interface is used to represent a sequence of characters. String, string buffer, and string builder classes implemented. It means we can create strings in Java by using the three classes. So if you want to create a string, you can create a string using the string keyword, or you can use it. You can create using the string buffer and the string builder. So we're going to discuss in detail all the methods. And Java string is immutable, which means it cannot be changed. Mutability means how often can you change it? Like how can you let's say string name equal to something, and in the runtime you cannot change the value to something else. If you're changing the value to something else, a new instance will be created. So let's say string
One
name.
small question.
Mhm.
So, like, I know something. A
Yep.
string value can change in wrapper classes, right?
Which classes?
In auto boxing, in wrapper classes, in auto boxing.
They can change, but what I'm trying to tell is the functionality. Now let's say you have this heap. 1 minute. Let me put it in this way. Okay, take this as your heap memory, and you have something called as string s equal to tetra. Okay, so if I'm defining this way, that means string s will be so instance of s will be created in the heap. Now, if I type s dot concat Java. Now see, let me give one example also here itself. String s equal to tetra. So I define s as that s dot concat Java. So I concat something. Now if I try to print s, I still get tetra only. I concated s value. I concated Java value to s, but it will not the concated value. If you type s equal to s, this is again a dead code. Like this has no effect. What you have to do? String s1 equal to s. If you do it this way, plus s1. If I run this code, I'll okay, sorry. Concat. If I type it this way, I will get this. Java. So what am I doing? If you again go to the paint example, paint string s equal tetra. So instance of s is created in the heap memory, and whatever operations I do on this string, but if I want to modify the string value, you cannot modify it. That is called as mutability. They are immutable. If you want to modify this one, what did I do in the code? I added something called a string s1 equal to s dot concat Java. So Control C, Control V. If I add it in this way, my new instance variable called s1 will be created here. S1. So the original value of s is still the same, tetra.
How are you doing facts already?
Did you get it?
That's not early.
Yeah.
This is called as your mutability. You cannot change the value of a string if you're declaring it. If you want to modify it, create a new instance and then declare it. So whatever you call as your autoboxing or whatever you want to teach in a research lab, everything will follow the same concept. The concept is same thing. Very clear. String is immutable. That's it. It cannot be changed. If you want to change it,
Got it.
create a new instance of the string. But if you want to create something called as mutable strings, then you can make use of string buffer and string builder classes. So string buffer and string builder means string buffer SB equal to new string buffer. Here you can add string buffer dot append tetra. String buffer dot append Java. This out string buffer dot toast. So you create a string buffer class or string buffer class, and then append all the words, and whatever words you added, everything will be appended to string buffer, and simply print the string buffer object by converting it to toString. This is how you add, like if you want to create mutable strings, right? Then simply you can use make use of string buffer and string builder classes. That's the meaning. Is it clear? I take that as.
So append keywords comes into play only in string buffer only, right?
Yes. Like when you're using some terminology, right? You say that append as a method.
Method, okay.
Method, right? Because string buffer is a class. The string buffer is an object of a class. Using the objects, you'll call it methods. So append is called the method in the string buffer class. So if you want to know what append is doing, just hold the control, hover on string buffer class. Here you'll get all the methods which are present in the string buffer class. So you can use Eclipse shortcut called Control O, type for append. This is the append. So
Usually, append means adding something to the existing one, right? This method.
adding something to the existing one. Yes, correct. So this is how it is doing. Super.append string. Again, if you're using a super keyword, that means this class is inheriting something from your super class.
Okay. So this method is inheriting, right?
Exactly. No. Method will never inherit anything. It's only the class which is inheriting the class.
Okay.
Okay. So again, if you click on append, this is the actual implementation. It will calculate the length of it. It will calculate the count. After that, it will just do a merge of it, and then just return the value. So everything is present in your java.lang package.
So you mean this is a base package like we can consider?
Yes. So whatever classes which you have, like let's say if you want to take system dot system, if you own a system, it is coming from java.lang package only.
Okay.
String buffer, java.lang package dot string buffer. So java.lang is the package, and rest everything are the classes. So in our case, suppose what you can do is, suppose if we put everything in a single jar file, like if you want to, let's say, if you want the basic string, right? What is the package? It is com.java.strings. So if someone wants to use a basic string.java class, they'll call it with this. Well, they'll call it with this package, com.java.strings.basic string. This.
Okay.
Here. So here, that's the string. So we have wide range of methods within a string class itself. So you'll be using it regressively, like everywhere. Wherever like you see the string methods everywhere. Whenever you just sit on write a piece of code, you'll get them. So we are going to discuss them in detail. Let me put this as comment, and this is not required. Control D. This is not required. So I just gave this one to tell you people object that store a sequence of char values, right? So I have a char array. Okay. What is this? This is an array of type char. So char array, and I'm passing elements TET array as a single element. So if I try to print this, I'll get tetra. That is that's the ch value. So string s equal to new. We are using a new keyword here. I'm creating a string. I'm creating a string object of s of type string using a new keyword and passing the char array to the string one. So all these char array values will be converted to a string value, this value. So me writing string s is equal to tetra, or declaring a char array and writing tetra here and putting it as a string s equal to new string of ch, both are same. That's the meaning. Storing a sequence of char values. So this is this way is accessing the value by storing them in the sequence. Here you're simply just using a string ss equal to new tetra. That's it. String ss equal to tetra. Here you're using the new keyword. That's the only difference. And so these are the ones which we have discussed. Let me take them from here. So strings can be declared in two ways. One is as a literal. So string equal to, you just pass a string value here, or declaring as an object. So string s2 equal to new string hello world. Same thing. So this is called your literal. This is called your declaring as an object. So two ways of declaration. And if you type, Eclipse will give you a list of all the methods which are available for a particular object. So if you type just s2 and put a dot there, you'll get all the methods available in the string class. So all these are useful for you. If you don't know like when to use where, simply go with the documentation. So if you want to use the slash index of, you can say returns the index of within the string of the last occurrence of the specified substring, searching key backwards starting from the specified index. So this is a Java doc. It will tell you what the method is doing and what is the return type also. So let's go line by line. Now, if you calculate string dot length, this will give you the length of the string. So I'm calculating the length of string. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, this is 11. Now, string dot char at 2. If you see this, returns the char value because our string is a sequence of chars at a specified index. So my char value at 2 is L because the person will be starting from 0, 0, 1, and 2. So this L is similar to 1. That's why I'm just changing some value to 5. There's a space, sorry. W. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. 5. So if you want to get a char value at of a particular string at that location, you can use string.caret and string dot equals s2. So my string hello world, I'm trying to equate it to s2. So string dot equals s2. Compare the string in the specified object. The result is true if and only if the argument is not null and is a string object that represents the same sequence of characters at this object. So if I put hello world and if I type string dot equals s2, I'll get a value of true here. So what this is doing is this is just comparing both the strings. And string dot equals is ignore case equals ignore case. So this is going to compare your string ignoring the case. Now hello world, here h is capital and here h is small. If I run this, my equals method will throw a false value because the first character and the first character are not matching in the case. Whereas for the second one, equals ignore case, it will ignore the casing of all the values. And it will simply compare them. Hence I got a true value here. So equals means it will compare each and every character, including the case. And these two are again complement of each other. If you want to get a character at a position number 6, use a caret. If you want to get a position of a letter something, your character within your array, you can pass string dot index of. Returns the index within the string of the first occurrence of the specified character within the first occurrence. So the position is index of e, that is 1. So the first index is 0, second index is 1, hence I got index as 1. Here string dot index of LOW, this one. So if you see this, if no such value of k exists, then -1 is returned. Now LOW is a word which is not existing in my string. That's why I got a value of -1 here. Done. Now string.concat Java. So it concatenated the world hello world Java. I'm printing string.concat. Okay, I'm not assigning this to anything. Next is string dot substring of substring 3. So int if you see here string dot substring int begin index, that means it returns a string that is substring of the string. So this will start from now my index is 3, right? So 0, 1 and 2. So from here it will print everything. That's why I got LO world. That is the meaning of substring of 3. If I pass 2 parameters, again hover on the substring, that is the begin index and end index. So beginning from 3rd and 6th position. So it would be now hold on, 0, 1, 2. This is 3, 4, 5 and W is 6. So it won't take the 6th position. So LO space is my substring. You can see here there's a space here. So if you pass a single index to your string or substring, then it will exclude from that substring, it will print everything. If you pass 2 parameters, it will take the substring as the beginning number and the ending number. So from the beginning index to the ending index, it will print the substring. And you can make use of this string dot replace. So if you want to replace L with X, make use of string dot replace functionality, it will replace it. So all the L's are replaced with X. And you can make use of this replace all. So if you want to replace the word hello with D, so this will replace the substring with a expression. So hello is the word which will be replaced with D. So D world is the output. And replace at index. If you want to replace something within a string, so use the replace one and just pass the LL. I want to replace only this particular value with XX. So that particular value will be replaced with XX. Your string dot to lowercase, so it will convert all my string to lowercase, and you have something called as string dot to uppercase. It will convert everything to uppercase. So these are like you have many more methods. Like if you type string dot, so you have all these methods which are coming in from your string class. You can deep dive in more. Like you can just print each and every value. You can try to make some modifications on your string values. Use a split option, use a start with option, use a strip, use like you do some hands-on exercises with this, then you'll get to know each and every method within your strings. So for this point of time, these are all we discussed. People have any doubts? Is it clear or did I move fast?
Yeah, I'm clear.
Clear? Okay, cool. Everyone?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So listing methods. And I kept this last slide to discuss on some miscellaneous topics. So like meaning we already discussed these topics, but I didn't mention the names of those topics. So that's why I just wanted to tell you people. So I put it under the miscellaneous slide. So there's a concept called as upcasting and downcasting. Upcasting means by using upcasting, we can usually access the variables and methods of the parent class to the child class. So if you see the statement, upcasting, accessing the variables of methods of parent to child. So by seeing statement, you can say it as inheritance, getting everything from parent class to the child class. So we use this upcasting concept within our inheritance concept. So we don't access all the variables and the methods. We only access specified variables to the child class. So upcasting is known as generalization and widening. So let me show you that. So I have a parent class here. I'm going to just like when my class is called, when the print method within the parent class is called, it will print a method of the parent. And I have something called as child. My child class is extending the parent. That means child is a parent. Like what you can call, like it is having is a relationship. Don't take it in a real way. Like child cannot be parent. That in the basic functionality. So don't take it as a real world example. But child is extending the features of parent. And so if this class is called and the print method is called, I'll get method of a child. Now let me take the main method. You know how to create the objects of classes. So parent P equal to new parent or child C equal to new child. So all these are fine. If you type parent PC equal to new child, this is called as upcasting. And you must have noticed that we use this concept in polymorphism, where object of single class will be able to behave as will be able to give you multiple outputs, multiple forms of outputs. So let's say test bank. If you say this, central bank equal to new bank A, central bank CB1 equal to new bank B, central bank CB2 equal to new bank C. You see this? This is called as upcasting. So creating an instance of child using the parent, that is called as upcasting. And if we simply type pc.print, method of child. So I'm creating an object of parent, but I'm getting the output of child because I'm creating an instance of child here. So we know this in polymorphism, but the actual word for this type of declaration is upcasting. Now, what will happen if I type child cp equal to new new parent? So I'm getting an error because you cannot convert a parent, you cannot convert from parent to child. So simply add a cast here. So now I will not get any compile time error. Compile time error means, just a minute. This is called as a compile time error because during my compilation itself, it's not even allowing me to declare it in this way. So this is called as a compile time error. Now if I add a cast keyword, if I add cast of child to my parent class, now this will not throw me any compilation error. But if I run this program, it will throw a runtime exception. Meaning when I'm running my program, I got an exception that is called as a runtime exception called class cast exception because you cannot instantiate your superclass with a subclass. This is a downcasting, right? This is downcasting. So upcasting is possible within a polymorphism concept. But downcasting, if you want to create a child instance from a parent, like with a parent class, that's not possible. But if there is a way, like you get into a case where you should create it in this way, then you can do it in another way. So let's say my parent is there. So parent has a name and I'm just printing something called parent method is called. I have a child and the child has some age.
I know, yeah.
And sorry, somebody unmuted him. So I'm overriding the method from a parent. So message. So the child message is called here. Now if I go to my main method, just take a look at this. Here I'm getting a class cast exception. This gives a runtime error. Okay, at line number 8. So this is exiting here. But if I want, what I can do is I can create a parent object like don parent p equal to new child. This is called as upcasting, and p dot name equal to tetra. I'll set some name here, and down child c equal to p. I can assign my c object to p object, not the class, to object. So we are performing a downcasting explicitly, not implicitly. Okay, I'm not assigning c to new parent. Instead I'm assigning the value c to p object, that is the parent object. And again I'm putting it something called as down child. So if I put c dot age equal to 22 and if I just print the name and age, I'll get the value. Again, did you get the concept? Upcasting and downcasting.
I didn't get.
You didn't get it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you understand upcasting? Upcasting?
Mm.
No?
No,
That's
no.
fine. No, okay. So let's say you have something called as a parent class. A parent class is having a method called print, which is printing something. Now I have something called as a child class. My child is extending the features of my parent class. So my child is a subclass and parent is a superclass. Correct?
Got it. Yeah.
So and within my child class, I put something called as a print method here. I'll print something saying that okay, this is the method of a child.
Okay.
If I go to my main method, how do I usually create the object parent P equal new parent or child
Okay.
C equal new child? This is how we usually create the objects, right?
Yeah.
Now, what if I create it this way? Parent PC equal new child. Did you notice this creation, object creation anywhere? Parent,
It means
it
okay.
means like within our polymorphism concept, if you have seen that, I created a central bank here and I got a rate of interest. Something I'm returning 0. Then I created a bank A, which is extending the central bank, and it has the same method which will return 10.8f. I created a bank B, which is also extending the central bank, and it has the same method, but it's returning a different one, different rate of interest. So this is how I declared my objects.
Okay.
So central bank CB equal new bank A, central bank CB1 equal to new bank B, central bank CB2 equal new bank C. So I mean, these are the objects of the same class, but we're initializing it to different classes. That's why we're getting different outputs here,
Yeah.
right? The same. So that is what I was trying to explain here. Object of parent class, it is
Mhm.
like they're instantiating it to child. This is called as upcasting.
Okay.
That's the concept. But if you do it in the reverse way, child CP equal to new parent, this is not allowed. You'll get a class cast exception in runtime.
Okay.
So, but suppose if they like if you want to do it in that way, what you can do is create an object of parent called P,
Mhm.
then create an object of child called C, and instantiate
Okay.
the object of parent, not the class,
Okay.
right? So here I try to create the object of child and assign it to parent. This gave me runtime error. So instead of new parent, simply use the P object.
Got it.
This is called this is how you perform a downcast explicitly. And
Yeah.
for this,
It means
mm-hmm,
yeah. My understanding was
mm-hmm,
so in upcasting we can refer child class uh, object, but in downcasting we can't refer. So rather we have to create object of parent class and then we
yes,
have to call it, right?
perfect, yes.
Yeah.
So that is upcasting and downcasting. And yeah, we are end of the slideshow. Any doubts?